sir. I hope you have a retirement and a life insurance policy out right now, because you're not gonna make it for the next 2 minutes.
Ciao. You stressing over a white man who can pay a good lawyer to maybe get a year in prison and get on good behavior? Please. A white man's whore. You're mad that you get sunburned like a mango in the tree. Oh. Hi, hello, my name is Tianna, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a big announcement. So are you familiar with Chanel? She is the founder of the Crusty Club, and I have been offered to co-host in September with some fantastic people as well. I'll be joined by Joel from Fictional Fates and Naomi from Naomi's Library for the September book club pick, which is Aces of Spades, which is Faridah Àbíké-Íyímídé's debut novel, and it was a 5-star out of 5-star for me. Like, oh my god, this was so well done. And guess what? It hit the New York Times bestseller list. I am so proud of Faridah Àbíké-Íyímídé. I was actually on the street team to help promote the book. I was given a lanyard. I'm gonna go get it, 1 second. I was given a lanyard for my car keys, Niveus Academy, and it just has like the motto, which is generosity, grace, determination, integrity, idealism, nobility, excellence, respectfulness, and etiquette. But I have since purged it from my keychain because I don't know if I want White Academy on my keychain, because down here a lot of people speak Latin like I do, so it's just bye. I'm very much looking forward to the September live show on Chanel's channel. I will link everyone down below. I read this book in the hospital when I was with my mother in the hospital, so I read it in like 6 hours, not gonna lie, because we were there for a minute, and I talking like a teenager and I got TikTok. Calm down. We follow Chiamaka and Devon. Devon loves playing piano. It's a senior year of high school. He was nominated for one of the perfects for his academy, and Chiamaka was nominated, or Chiamaka was appointed head prefect for her academy. And Devon kind of sits back in the crowd. He's a model black person, or model citizen, I guess you could say, of sorts, where his mom taught him the rules of the road. You do not sass back at the police officer. You say yes sir, no sir, and you just go about the whole process until you're free to go. Whereas Chiamaka, her dad is Italian and her mom's Nigerian. So I want to say the reason why Chiamaka is a sassy gal is because her mom and dad do not have to deal with American racism. Although this book was not written to be in any particular area, although we have a lady calling 911, so that means it's in the US, but that's neither here nor there. So when we're reading this book and when I'm analyzing Chiamaka, it is because I was raised in the same way that Devon was raised. I know to say yes sir, no sir, and to not engage in conflict and continue on going back and forth. I simply say okay and walk away. But I will say there's one scene in this book, I'm getting ahead of myself, where Chiamaka was called your kind. And I'm just gonna put this out there. If someone ever calls me your kind by being the color of my skin, you'll be seeing me on the breaking news at 10. Just throwing that out there. And in reality, I probably won't be on breaking news 10. Why? Because I was taught to simply say okay sir and walk away. Chiamaka, as I said, she has morphed herself to appeal to the white gaze. And she comes from a family where her dad's family doesn't really accept the fact that he married a Nigerian woman. They don't want anything to do with her or Chiamaka, which is very unfortunate because Italy is beautiful. Not to say that Nigeria isn't beautiful as well, but like she gets to miss out on both sides of her culture, being from her mom and her dad. Devon grew up on the wrong side of the tracks, I guess you could say. His mom worked several jobs, hour shifts, and Devon and his two brothers share a bed together. So that's the situation for Devon and Chiamaka. Chiamaka's dad has money and she's able to wear Gucci shoes and have a Gucci backpack for school. We get to see how two sides of the same coin are treated. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you have money, it doesn't matter who your daddy is, you're going to be perceived by the color of your skin. And that's what this book really goes into. Devon is focused on his senior year, and the benefit of the doubt I'll give him is I'm a third year in university. I know for a fact that high school, I stress myself out for no reason. I feel very secure now in my university studies, and Devon doesn't have that, security. He's working his butt off to hopefully get a foot in the door to finish his university studies. Chiamaka, on the other hand, she's just trying to appeal to the white gaze so that she knows she's a shoo-in for it. And not to say that she's not a hard worker, she's the top of her class, but at what cost did she sell her soul to get to where she wants to be? With Chiamaka, she just divides and conquers. She'll divide up people, and then she'll just conquer that, move on, and just work her way to the top. And you see this with her speech when she's saying, or in her monologue, when she's saying, I know how to start a rumor, and I know how to handle the backlash from the rumor about herself. With Devon though, he just stays in the background. He does not get involved with the drama of the school. Like he'll probably know what's going on, because if you think about it, a private school is pretty private, but everyone knows your business because it's so tiny. Pause for a history lesson. So when we're understanding history and how it develops in the present, we're always confused as to how things built up to a particular moment, and that's why people are usually focused on history currently or at the moment right now, when we should have been understanding it, a while ago to stop this from happening. Or just, when I say it, I mean events. So if you're not familiar with the Civil War, the sole reason the Civil War happened is because the South, aka King Cotton, they wanted to keep slavery because it was economically better for them, they had constitutional rights to it, and yada yada yada. You literally have the president of the Confederacy saying, we want to go against the Union because they wouldn't let us keep our slaves. Point blank, period. It's not up for debate about why the Civil War happened. And at the end of the Civil War, when the women that lived in the Confederacy realized that their legacy was going to be, diminished, they decided to start the Daughters of the Confederacy, which is a society of sorts which kept the racism alive in the South because there were areas that couldn't let shit go. I think that would have been a good insert for this book to have that in there, because we do mention the Civil War and how it started. That would have been a good, history lesson. That's just me being a history major. So that's how we get to ACES. ACES is a secret organization that is embedded into the country's foundation and to private schools across the country that has a sole purpose of attacking Black people and getting them to drop out. They'll encourage them throughout their 3 years of high school, and once that fourth year hits, they've just taken everything that Black person's built and just crashes it down. Tragically. But Chiamaka and Devon aren't letting that stop them. They are trying to figure out who ACES is. They are trying to stop them and trying to figure out what did they do to ACES. At first, when ACES is presented in this book, I'm thinking maybe they're a homophobic idiot that just wants to call out people who are gay in school. And that turned out to be not true. Turns out it's a whole collection of shit. It's like the Underground Railroad, but make it opposite. They want to see them not succeed. Them being Chiamaka and Devon. Devon is just like, I didn't do shit. I don't talk to nobody. Why am I being ousted and whatnot? And Chiamaka's like, oh shit, who did I piss off throughout my 3 years of high school? Which was likely a lot of people. I wouldn't be surprised. When Chiamaka and Devon team up, they're just showing their background and how they act out in public. We have this one scene with Chiamaka and Jamie, and Jamie's just like, it's okay if you stole it, Chiamaka, I get it. She doesn't have money. That just made no sense to me. And when the shop owner called her your kind,
sir, I hope you have a retirement and a life insurance policy out right now, because you're not gonna make it for the next 2 minutes.
Let's talk about Chiamaka and Jamie. Chiamaka thinks that she is HBIC, head bitch in charge. I think that she thinks that she had a hot girl summer leading up to the first day of school because her and Jamie were getting it on. But let's be honest, she was playing Because of You by Kelly Clarkson the entire summer. She is pining over Jamie, and I just want to know what goes through teenagers' heads, because she is so aware of the fact that he is a silver tongue. She is so aware of the fact that he is able to talk his way out or into anything. So I'm just like, wouldn't you guess that he's just talking you into sex? Just a thought here. And I'm just like, are teenagers this dumb? And the answer is yes, okay? I wasn't that dumb, okay? she's really stressing over a man who comes from old money. Like, it's not like he's had to work. It's not like he even cares about what school he gets into, because he knows that daddy has resources and he will be okay. Chiamaka and Jamie have this secret of sorts of what they did last summer, and that is killed a person. One night, Jamie, I want to say that they were drunk, which is already another felony in itself, drunk driving. Then hitting someone, another felony, or another charge. Then hitting and running. That one is a felony, I know for a fact. So we out here having teenagers commit felonies. Child, you stressing over a white man who can pay who can pay a good lawyer to maybe get a year in prison, get out on good behavior. Please. I'm gonna be honest, if Chiamaka had the misfortune of being my friend, I would have called her shit a while ago. And I think the reason why Chiamaka was not set up for success is because she lacked black friends. She lacked real friends who would call her out on her shit. A white man's whore. I want to say that's the vibe that she gives off, but I mean that respectfully. Because we all have our white boy crush, and we realize, I feel like we all have a white boy crush, right? And then we have white boy heartbreak when we realizes he's not into black girls. And that's just another heartbreak in itself. Heartbreaking for him that he can't get past, not even get past, that he can't appreciate and glorify being a melanated person. But please, we get it. You're mad that you get sunburned like a mango in the tree. Oh. So throughout this book, we have very psychological, thrilling moments where I had to clutch my pearls and take a minute and get back into it because it's really good. Ooh, so many things. We have this creepy stalker throughout the book who's just following Chiamaka, and we found out that it's Beth. Something happened between her and Beth, and I need more than just what had happened in this book, because I'm just like, something else happened. I'm confused because I need details, please. So Beth and Chiamaka were a thing for a minute, and I was like, okay, go off, sis, we love that for you. But also, let's be honest here. When Devon brings up, but aren't all the white folks doing this shit? Chiamaka didn't think to be like, wait, is Beth only dating me for reasons? But no, we didn't get that far. Like, nothing. Devon is always the calculating one, and Chiamaka's just like, it doesn't apply to me. And I want to know why she has the mentality, or I just like, why? Why do you think it doesn't apply to you? Because you have a white dad? Sorry to break it to you, that's not how this shit works. Devon is none the wiser as well regarding his love life. We have Tyree. I'm gonna call him T. We have his love interest T, and also Dre, I think. Dre is a drug dealer, and once Dre and Devon are ousted, Dre is a drug dealer, so like he can't be gay, so like he cuts off Devon, full stop. So that leaves T to come in and just work his magic. And people describe T as weird. Very, very weird. I think they call him a pyromaniac, and I think he started the fire in the school. That's just a theory for me, at least. But when they being T, when he says that his sister is sick and hospital bills are hard to pay off, I'm like, this is a clue for later. Let's keep it safe and remember it later. And then I was like, oh, old money, medical bills, I see it. This book was hard for me to predict because I kept thinking, how does the racism play into this book? Like, who could this person be? And when I found out it was a system, I was like, oh, fuck. It was very anxiety inducing because I can see this being an actual thing, honestly. And that's the scary part about it. Yeah, oh my goodness. I thoroughly enjoyed the writing style of this book with back and forth of Chiamaka and Devon. I really did enjoy how strong Faridah Àbíké-Íyímídé of a writer is. I was just blown away. I was like, oh my god, like you really honed your craft and was literally able to create a New York Times bestseller. Then we get to the ending of the book and we figured out who Aces is, and we're at the point where Devon has shared this stuff on social media where I'm just like, I would have been okay, this is me living in 2021, so I'm just like, I would have been recording everything. You would have had everything on video because photos, you can Photoshop. So when he posted on Twitter, I was like, I'm happy everyone believed him, truly. And when they pulled up, when those Black Lives Matter protesters pulled up, I felt so comforted that Black people had his back, because when you're surrounded by people who do not look like you, you know they'll never get it. And that's the downfall of living in society sometimes, is like you're bonded by this sense of racism and trauma that only you can understand and only you can recognize. In this book, I felt so proud of the Black Lives Matter protesters and how they were able to mobilize for Chiamaka and Devon, because they were able to have a sense of community that they probably never had before until that moment. And when they burned that shit down, I was so proud of them, because when you look at this big jumble of wires and cords and see how intricate they are, you're just like, I just need a whole new slate. I just need like new ones, because you don't have time to just unweave and dismantle a whole system of oppression and racism. You just gotta burn that shit down to the ground and rebuild. So yes, that brings us to this review discussion of the book. I really don't have a review for it because it was really good. The only analysis I have on the characters, and that's because I grew up in a different situation than both of them did. I am so excited to be co-hosting the Crusty Club live show in September with Blake, Chanel, and Naomi. I'll be in Philly at that point, so oh my god, I'm so looking forward to being in Philly and being independent again. I have zero thoughts head empty. Of course, I cannot talk about every little thing that happened in this book. If I could, I would. I read this book a while ago, so my thoughts are pretty much just like coming back to me as I speak. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. Let me know what book you want to see me do next, aside from Jennifer L. Armentrout's book, because that's coming soon. I promise. I just gotta record a video and film it and edit it. So I will catch you in the next one. Bye!